Good morning, children. So nice to see all of you together. So, you all ready to listen to one more story out of all the fabulous stories that you've heard? Okay, shall we start with the warm up session now? Alright, let's begin. Clap, 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 clap. Hear what a lovely noise we make. Stretch up high, shake, shake, shake. Are we wide awake? Now wiggle your fingers, scrunchie up your nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Dance all around, sing tra la 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 la. Now roll on the spot and stop. One more time. Clap, 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 clap. Hear what a lovely noise we make. Stretch up high, shake, shake, shake. Are we wide awake? Now wiggle your fingers, crunchy up your nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes. Dance all around, sing tra la 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 la. Now roll on the spot and stop. Wonderful. Shall we do a little more rub, 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 rub and warm up our hands? Faster, 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 as fast as you can. And put it on your eyes. Does it feel nice and warm? Let's do it one more time. Rub, 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 rub. And now put it on your eyes. Nice and warm. I know all of you like it a lot. Okay, let's begin with the story now. Sit upright. Pay attention. Let's begin. So once upon a time, in a large kingdom, there lived a king. And something peculiar was going on. What might it be? The problem was that the king used to get a haircut. And every time a barber went to the kingdom, to the private chambers of the king, he would never come back. His family used to wonder, the people in the kingdom used to wonder, why is it happening? But did they get any answer? No. If the king called for a person, would you think they would dare to say no? So the barbers had to go. They had no option at all. So every time a barber went, they would vanish, never coming back. So because of this, all the barbers of the kingdom changed their profession. Some of them became vegetable sellers, some of them became cart pullers, some of them even took to farming, some of them tended sheep, ice cream sellers and what not, but no barbers. One day, the king asked his men, get a barber for my Hajjam, for my haircut. Now, do you all know what Hajjamat is? What is a Hajjam? I'm going to do the action and I want you all to find out. Alright? Okay. दाढ़ी बना के मूंछ सजा के बाल काट के मालिश कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के चकड़ चकड़ के चंपो कर दे चंपी कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के जकड़ जकड़ के. So who is it? Yes, it's a barber. So in Hindi, a barber is called a hajjam. And the process of cutting and making the beard and the mustache is called hajjamat. Alright, so the king's men and the king's horses went outside the kingdom in the nearby village to look for a barber. Now, the first man they spotted was a barber. And what was his name? Hajjam. Babban Hajjam. Now, though Babban Hajjam wasn't living in the kingdom, he knew what was going in the palace. He knew that every time a barber went to the private chambers of the king, he never returned. That is why his family fled out of the kingdom to stay out of the village to keep themselves safe. Now, he didn't know that was his day. It was his turn to go to the private chambers of the king to do his Hajjamat. Could he say no to the king? No, he couldn't say no. So he decided, I want to know the mystery of where all the barbers are disappearing. Let me take this as an opportunity and go to the king. So Babban Hajjam, along with the king's men and the horses, went to the royal palace. He entered the private chambers of the king very slowly. He was a little scared because he knew that something is going to happen because of the history of whatever has been happening. He said, Namaste Rajaji, I am Babban Hajjam and I am here to do your Hajjamat. I'm here to cut your hair. Make sure you close the doors. Make sure nobody's seeing us and the doors should be locked. Okay, Rajaji. So he closed the doors, locked it, and stood right out of his chambers. The king said, Come in. The curtains were closed. It was extremely dark. Babban Hajjam went in slowly. My Highness, can I open the curtains? It's too dark. I can't see anything. I like it this way. And I thought you're a skilled barber. Take off your tools and do what you can. Start cutting my hair. So the barber did just that. He tried and took out his tools. He touched, feeling it, and then he started doing what was needed. But before that, the king had a turban on his head. He had to remove that. So he started removing it. Now for that, I want you all to count up to 10 because it takes 10 rounds to remove the turban, and all of you should close your eyes. Children, teachers, principal ma'am, sirs, I request you all to close your eyes and count along with me 1 to 10. So shall we begin? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Rajaji has 2 horns. What is happening? Babban Hajjam froze. He was shivering. He was in a state of shock looking at the horns of Rajaji. He couldn't utter a word. He thought the best to do in this situation is to just carry on doing his activity without giving a thought. So he said, Rajaji, you look absolutely fine. And he started doing massage for Rajaji. It's looking just fine, Rajaji. Don't worry. Nobody's going to laugh at you. And if anybody laughs at you, you can punish them. Rajaji, is that what you did to all the barbers? Did you kill them, Rajaji? I did not kill them. I've put them all in a dungeon because nobody should know my secret. But Rajaji, I will keep your secret safe. Nobody will ever know what I saw. I'll never talk about this. I will save the secret with all my life. I will guard with me forever and ever. Please don't do anything to me, Rajaji. Don't put me in the dungeon, Rajaji. Rajaji thought for a moment. He thought, I cannot keep getting barbers like this and putting them in the dungeon. I need to start trusting someone after all. Maybe this is the beginning. And that is how Babban Hajjam became the royal barber of the kingdom. Now every 2 weeks, Babban Hajjam used to go to the palace, to the private chambers, and started doing the Hajjamat. Now, what did he do in the Hajjamat? Can you all do it with me? If you all can say it or you all can just enact it, feel free. Let's begin. दाढ़ी बना के मूंछ सजा दे, बाल काट दे, मालिश कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. दाढ़ी बना दे, मूंछ सजा दे, बाल काट दे, मालिश कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. चंपो कर दे, चंपी कर दे, रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. Alright, that was fun. So, as Babban Hajjam went to the kingdom, went out of the kingdom after the Hajjam, all the people were shocked. They were like, all the Hajjams get disappeared and vanished after they go into the private chambers of the king. How are you coming out? How is it possible? What is going on inside? Babban Hajjam laughed it out with them because he knew he couldn't tell the secret. He couldn't spill it out. But every time he laughed it out with them, he started feeling some bloating feeling in his tummy and some rumbling. And his tummy was growing and growing and growing because he could not keep the secret inside him anymore. You know, there is a saying called, even the walls have ears. So he had to keep it with himself even more. Now, one night when he was trying to sleep, he was feeling so restless. He was tossing and turning and his stomach was paining. He got the feeling, if I don't say it out now, my stomach will burst. I cannot sleep. I have to tell it to someone at least. So he decided to go to the forest. In the night, when it was really dark, he ran to the forest. He heard all different sounds of the owl and strange sounds of all kinds of animals. But he gathered courage because he wanted it out of his system. He spotted a tree there and he started hammering on the trunk. Tuck, 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 until there was a nice round hole in the trunk. Now he went in there and he said, Rajaji has two horns, Rajaji has two horns. Now can you all say it out with me? Rajaji has two horns, Rajaji has two horns. He got a sigh of relief. It was out of his system. He could tell it to someone, of course. He felt as if someone drank water after days and days of going thirsty. As if a farmer got water after months and months of drought. And now he felt fresh as a daisy. And next day morning, he slept well. He went to the private chambers of the king and did his Hajjamat. दाढ़ी बना के मूंछ सजा दे, बाल काट दे, मालिश कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. चंपी कर दे, चंपो कर दे, रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. Alright, can you all say it with me now? I'm going to go slow for you all. Do the actions. दाढ़ी बना दे, मूंछ सजा दे, बाल काट दे, मालिश कर दे रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. चंपी कर दे, चंपो कर दे, रगड़ रगड़ के, जकड़ जकड़ के. Alright. Now, after all this happened, one day, a woodcutter spotted the same tree. It had got dry, so he decided, let's make use of it now. So he cut it, chop, 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 chop. He took the trunk and he made long wooden sleepers out of it. Now he sold those long wooden sleepers to the timber merchant, and the timber merchant further sold it off to an artist. Now that artist used to make fine musical instruments out of the wood. So he carved 3 musical instruments out of that. One was the harmonium, one was the tabla, and one was the tambourine. Now coincidentally, what happened was, the musicians, royal musicians from the kingdom came and bought those 3 musical instruments. So now they got a new place, the royal kingdom. Rajaji was very happy back there in his palace. I don't have to search for more new barbers all the time and take the hassle of putting them into the dungeon to keep my secret. I have a trustworthy person now, so it's all set. I'm good. And for that happiness, I want to throw a royal celebration. So he called all the people of the kingdom. They had nice food, nice music, nice storytelling, and everybody was really happy to be a part of that celebration. Now the celebration began with a music session. So the three new instruments were also a part of the celebration. Now what happened was, as the musician put his hands on the first instrument, that was the harmonium started making a strange sound. Rajaji has two horns, Rajaji has two horns, Rajaji has two horns. Everybody was shocked. What? What is happening? How is this? How are these words coming out from the instrument? Babban Hajjam was also there. He was frightened as to what's going on. Now, from the second musical instrument, the tabla, who spilled out the secret? Who spilled out the secret? Who spilled out the secret? There was complete silence. Everybody was shivering and taken aback. They are hearing weird things. What is going on? And the third instrument couldn't wait anymore, and it started saying the tambourine. Babban Hajjam, Babban Hajjam, Babban Hajjam. And Babban Hajjam was, he just wanted to hide his face and run off. He went to the king and he said, Rajaji, I did not say this to anybody, Rajaji. I told it to one tree, and that tree is not even a person. It is just a tree. It cannot even speak. But the tree has life. It has ears. It hears everything. There was silence. Complete silence. Suddenly, a girl came running to Rajaji and said, Rajaji, Rajaji, can I please see your two horns? And everybody was worried. Now, how is Rajaji going to react? Rajaji asked the girl, you want to see my two horns? And finally, Rajaji removed his turban and showed his horns to everybody. And he burst out into laughter. All the people around were happy. They were also laughing. And Rajaji was finally relieved that he didn't have to keep this heavy burden, keep the heavy secret from anyone anymore. Everybody was still there around him, happy. They loved him for who he was, how he managed the kingdom, how he adored his people of the kingdom, and he never ever bothered about the horns anymore. He told his soldiers, take out all the barbers from the dungeon, set them free. And he thanked Babban Hajjam. Babban, because of you, I realized I need to just be myself. I needn't worry about anything anymore, and I can live a free life. So, children, be what you are. Accept yourself as you are. Make efforts to improve yourself, but never ever worry what anybody would say or think. Just be. Thank you so much. I hope you all enjoyed the story.